Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Georg Mack Plays the Classics. Hop in a stock car and try to finish first in front of all of your rivals in Days of Thunder. I realized I had never seen the movie, so popped it on while I played this game. It was alright. You are in the shoes of Cole Trickle, no relation to Dick Trickle, who was NASCAR Rookie of the Year a year prior, at the young babyface age of 48. You're a hotshot young driver who knows nothing about cars but can drive with the best of them. There are 8 races in the season. Do you have what it takes to win the Series Cup? At its core, a racing game is about driving and beating the clock or your opponents. Days of Thunder is no different in that regard. However, it is different in how you control your vehicle. The A button is your accelerator, but you don't hold it down to go, instead pressing it until it gets to the speed you want. Of course, full speed around a corner is going to land you a spot in the wall, so you need to press the B button to brake. Being precise with your speed and positioning are of the utmost importance. As you make your turns, your tires begin to wear down. The more worn, the slower you have to come into those corners to avoid the wall. If you hit the wall, you may wear your tires out more quickly, damage your engine at its top speed, or crack your fuel tank. Your gas also depletes as you drive around, more quickly with a cracked tank. To remedy this, you need to make pit stops. The pits are near the starting line and require you to slow way down and turn into them. If you're going too fast, you'll speed right through pit road and lose some position. If you're slow enough, you take control of your pit crew. Pressing the B button cycles through the 5 different crew members. On top is your engine repairman who can fix engine damage when the right side of the car is jacked up. On the bottom is your fuel man who can top off the tank when the car is flat on the ground. The 3 middle guys will jack up the car and change the tires. I appreciate that the developers wanted to make the pits be an active part of gameplay, but only controlling one person at a time takes away from the reality that pit crews need to move with speed and synchronicity. I instead found myself dropping places like it was my job. Catching up and passing the racers in front of you is very difficult. The scale of the courses are off, being much shorter and faster than reality. Straightaways are not long at all, quickly dumping you into the corners. This would be fine if you could actually outspeed your opponents. Don't get me started on your rivals Rowdy and Russ. They are constantly at the front and will actively try to cut you off. Winning a race is difficult, let alone scoring the most points over all 8. If you do particularly badly in the races, you'll be forced to run a time trial to keep your spot. Miss your goal, and it's game over. When it comes to grading Days of Thunder on NES, graphics get a 1.5. Cars are plain, tracks are plain, backgrounds are plain, pit road is slightly more detailed, but not special. Sound gets a 1.0. Engine noises aren't pleasant, and the menu music isn't anything special. Gameplay gets a 1.5. There's very little nuance to the racing. Get your speed right and don't hit anything. The pits are a missed swing. Difficulty gets a 1.0. The races aren't fair at all. There's not enough room to pass opponents, and they can get perfectly in your way to keep you from slingshotting around them. Fun factor gets a 1.5. It's nice when you get into a groove, but one tiny discrepancy in the timing of your button presses will screw it all up. Overall, Days of Thunder earns a 1.3 and gets a D+. The base for a decent NASCAR experience is there, but it's not fleshed out in any way. I can't recommend it for anything other than a curiosity. Well, that's going to do it for me for today. Please make sure to like this video, let me know what you think of Days of Thunder in the comments, and please subscribe to Head Drop Productions here on YouTube because we want you here for each and every video we release, because it is your destiny.